Alright, we're going to look at 5.5, Lesson 1, How to Factor a Monomial. So let's go ahead and start with the number 108. In order to factor this, because it's so large, I'm not going to do it in my head, I'm going to make what's known as a factor tree. Now when I make a factor tree, I'm specifically going to factor out the smallest thing possible and keep factoring out the smallest thing. It keeps things organized for things I do later on. So if I have 108, I know that 2 goes into it 54 times, and then 2 goes into that 27 times. Once the number's small enough, I can generally know what goes into it. 27 is a product of 3 and 3 and 3. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. So this is 108 in a factor tree. If I'm going to factor it or prime factor it, I now know that 108 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And if I write it in exponential form, it's 2 squared times 3 cubed. Now, I'm still going to do these other two. When I look at 32, I can do that one in my head. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. That's 5 2's put together. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. How many x's do we have? 4 of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. And again, if I was writing this in exponential form, I would write it as 2 to the 5th times x to the 4th. And then it doesn't matter how many other things are in the monomial. When you're prime factoring, you just want to rip it up to its little bitty pieces. 14 is the product of 2 and 7. So it's just 2 times 7. X squared is just x times x. And then I have 3 y's, y, y, y. And then exponential form is 2 times 7. See that they're 2 to the first and 7 to the first. How many x's do I have? 2. How many y's do I have? 3. Now, we're going to be using this a lot when we do the next, or when we do the rest of the section. But at the bare bones, what we need to be able to do is factor it into its component pieces so we can easier see what things we're able to factor out of a polynomial, which we're doing next.